Welcome to Learning from Leaders, the show where we dive into the minds of today's top thought leaders, coaches, authors, speakers, and entrepreneurs with your host, RJ Horner. Each week, we explore real conversations, powerful lessons, and actionable insights to help you grow, lead, and make a lasting impact. Whether you're building your business, your brand, or your influence, you'll find the inspiration and strategies you need right here. Let's dive in and start learning from leaders.
Hey Beacons, welcome back to Learning from Leaders. I'm your host, RJ Horner, and today we're diving into something that separates good leaders from the truly exceptional ones. We're talking about emotional intelligence and why it might be the greatest leadership advantage that you're not fully leveraging. I know emotional intelligence sounds like one of those phrases that gets tossed around in leadership books and HR seminars, right? But let me say this clearly. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is not soft. It's not optional, and it's certainly not secondary to strategy. It's foundational to leadership because leadership isn't just a logic game, it's an emotional one. You can have the best strategy in the world, you can have the clearest plan and the strongest vision. But if you mishandle emotions, yours and others, you will limit your influence. Every single day, you're not just managing projects, you're managing people. And people come with fears. They come with ambition, with security. They come with pressures from home, stress from deadlines, and expectations from their leadership. And how you respond to those emotional realities determines whether people lean in or quietly disengage. Let me tell you about a leader I worked with named Lisa. She was brilliant, strategic, decisive. She could see 5 steps ahead of everyone else in the room. From a technical standpoint, she was exceptional, but there was one problem. Every time the team missed a deadline or made a mistake, she reacted emotionally. Not physically aggressive, not even under professional, but explosive enough. Her tone would shift, her voice would tighten, her questions would feel like accusations, her expression would read her disappointment. And over time, something happened. The team stopped taking risks, they stopped bringing her early warnings, and they stopped speaking freely in meetings. One team member said quietly one day, "We don't feel failure, we fear her reaction," right? And that sentence changed everything because what Lisa didn't realize was this. Her emotional reactions were shaping the culture more than her strategy ever could. When we began working together, the first thing we focused on wasn't delegation or goal setting. It was awareness. She had to start asking herself, what happens in me when something goes wrong? What does missing a deadline? Why does it feel personal? What story am I telling myself in these moments? And here's what she discovered. She equated mistakes with incompetence. And incompetence in her mind threatened the success. So her reaction really wasn't about the team, it was about fear. When she learned to pause before reacting, when she learned to ask questions instead of assigning blame, the entire environment shifted. Within a few months, her team started bringing problems earlier. They collaborated more. They trusted her more. Performance improved, not because the strategy changed, but because the emotional climate did. That's emotional intelligence in action.
Are you ready to step into your full leadership potential? To grow as a leader who inspires, empowers, and makes an impact? Welcome to the Beacon Fellows School of Leadership, a place where emerging leaders, coaches, and changemakers come together to master the skills, mindset, and strategies to lead with purpose. Through our immersive programs, you'll gain proven frameworks for building influence and authority, hands-on leadership development tools and workbooks, personalized guidance from experienced facilitators, a community of like-minded leaders committed to growth. Whether you're looking to lead a team, launch a movement, or simply grow in confidence and clarity, the Beacon Fellows School equips you with the skills, strategies, and support to shine as a leader in any arena. Join us today and start your journey to becoming a leader who leaves a lasting impact. Visit www.beaconfellows.com to learn more and secure your place at the Beacon Fellows School of Leadership. Your next step as a leader starts now.
So here's what I've learned over the years. IQ might get you the role, but EQ determines how long you thrive in it. Emotional intelligence multiplies everything you do as a leader. It strengthens communication, sharpens decision making, it builds loyalty, and reduces unnecessary conflict. Without it, even talented leaders create emotional instability around them, and instability erodes trust. So here are 5 core components of emotional intelligence. And when you intentionally develop these, your leadership transforms. Number 1 is self-awareness. This is the foundation. Do you know what you're feeling in real time, right? Can you identify frustration before it turns into sarcasm? Can you recognize insecurity before it turns into control? Self-aware leaders don't suppress emotions, they understand them. They can say, I'm feeling defensive right now. I'm feeling persuaded or pressured. I'm reacting more strongly than this situation requires. That awareness creates choice, and leadership lives in that space of choice. Number 2 is self-regulation. Awareness is step 1. Regulation is step 2. Can you control your reaction, especially under pressure? Anyone can stay calm when things are smooth. Leadership is revealed when the deadline is missed, when the budget falls short, and when criticism comes unexpectedly. Self-regulation doesn't mean you don't feel emotion. It means your emotions don't control your behavior. It means you pause, you breathe, you respond instead of react. These pauses might be just up to 3 seconds, but those 3 seconds project culture. Number 3 is motivation. This is what drives you. Are you motivated by purpose or pride? Leaders with high IQ stay anchored in mission. They don't spiral every time their ego goes bruised. They can absorb feedback without collaborating or without collapsing. They celebrate others without feeling threatened because their drive is rooted in something bigger than their own personal validation. Number 4 is empathy. Empathy is not a weakness. It's awareness of other people's emotional reality. It's asking, what might they be carrying right now? What pressure are they under? What am I missing? Empathy doesn't remove accountability, but it informs how accountability is delivered. And people are far more receptive to correction when they feel understood. Number 5, and this is an important one, is your social skill. This is where it all comes together. Can you build trust consistently? Can you navigate conflict without escalation? And can you inspire people without manipulating them? High IQ leaders know how to read the room. They know when to push, when to pause, or when to listen. They understand that leadership is relational before it is operational. And this is about the emotional environment that you create. So here's a statement I want you to sit with. People don't leave jobs. They leave emotional environments. They leave unpredictability. They leave humiliation. They leave leaders who react instead of respond. But they stay in environments where they feel safe, respected, and valued. Your emotional intelligence determines that environment. You're setting the emotional thermostat every day. If you're anxious, it spreads. If you're reactive, that spreads. If you're calm and grounded, that can spread too. So leadership is contagious, and what you bring to it determines what environment you're creating. The question is, what are you spreading to your team? So here's a challenge for you this week. When you feel triggered, pause. Before you send the email, before you respond in a meeting, before you correct someone sharply, pause and ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? Why does this matter to me? What response will serve this mission, not just my emotion? The moment of reflection, that's where leadership happens. Not in the big speeches, not in vision decks, but because emotional intelligence doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means managing them so they serve your purpose, not sabotage it. So I want you to reflect on this for a moment. Imagine what your team would say if asked. Is our leader emotionally steady? Do we feel safe bringing problems forward? Does our leader respond thoughtfully or react emotionally? That feedback is a leadership report card. And the good news, emotional intelligence can be developed. It's not fixed, it's practiced. The more you reflect, the more you regulate, the more you listen, the stronger your leadership becomes. So I hope that had value for you, and I thank you for joining me today on Learning from Leaders. If today's episode challenged you, share it with another leader who wants to grow in self-awareness and empathy. And remember this, the greatest leaders don't just understand strategy, they understand people, and they start by understanding themselves. So keep shining, keep growing, and keep leading with heart.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. If it inspired you, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, or share it with someone who needs to hear it. We invite you to join Beacon Fellowship School of Leadership, a community of your peers learning and growing together. Visit www.beaconfellows.com. Keep growing, keep serving, and keep your light shining bright. Most of all, never stop learning from leaders.